Why, lady? Go away. It was just a show. Go away. Go on then, you heartless, bunglers, stinky bastards! Come on! I'll scratch you! Come on! I guess you're wondering what's going on. Well, I don't know. I mean, yesterday everything was normal, right? Yesterday everything was perfectly normal. It was just an everyday street show, right? There I was doing my stuff, and this bloke, he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, do you want to play for the king?" And I said, "Yes, I mean, I want to play for the king. What would you say?" I said, "I want to play for the king," but I didn't know the story. I had to go and find the story. And there's this bloke in the pub, and he went and tell me, and then there's this woman with and I drank this, and these bastards, I'm going over the top, and oh, God, I hate Denmark. I've been here a couple of months, right? And things are looking a bit grim. There are dark clouds closing in and people have these tense, suspicious eyes of hard times. I've been around all the local villages. They are more or less a dead loss, so I'd made my way into the centre, to the castle Elsinore, where at least, even if they aren't any more generous, there are more of the bastards. So, Elsinore. Market Square. Oh, hustle, bustle, and noise. Stalls and stallholders, cloth, capons, butchers, bakers, get your Danish pastries, and soldiers. There's lots of soldiers. More than you'd expect, really. It's not a good thing, that. They were just sort of standing about waiting. There's nothing worse than an off-duty soldier. They like to practice pushing their unemployed weight about, and your average vagabond minstrel's ideal for that. However, my stomach called. Hey! What? Feed me! I can't feed you right now. Feed me! Look, I'm trying to point. There are soldiers. Feed me, or I'll leap up your nose and strangle your brain. I can't feed me, or I'll rip your throat out from the inside. I can't feed me. Feed me. All right. My stomach called. And when your stomach calls, it must be answered. Right. So what do? What do? You've got to find a spot. You've got to find a space somewhere far from the soldiers, but close to the bustle, where people can stop, watch, and forget themselves long enough to pay. So where? There by the fountain, it's too crowded. There by the inn, we've got the soldiers. There by... Yes! There by the fishmonger. That's perfect. It's almost a natural circle. Yes! Oh, no. There's something rotten in this stall of Denmark. And they do have to breathe to pay, so... Yeah. You look, you search, you slip, you sniff, you there. Baker. Smell of fresh bread. Now it's guaranteed to make you hungry. And it's guaranteed to make you want to buy. And it is guaranteed to catch you with your purses out. Showtime, bastards. Now, if you do this weird stuff long enough, people gather. It's true. Gather, come, gather round. For today, I bring you miracles, I bring you wonders, I bring you magic from far distant lands. Yes, today, from the distant dreaming spires of Milton Keynes, I come with the magic of juggling. Oh yes, for today. I mean to juggle for you all. Not one ball. No. Not two balls, ladies and gentlemen. No. Not even three balls, ladies and gentlemen. But today, for you all, I will juggle for... Oh. 3 balls, ladies and gentlemen. This is not as easy as it looks. Because I've trained, ladies and gentlemen, I've trained in the techniques. I've siphoned the skills of the world's greatest jugglers. Yes, I have worked with the dancing bear jugglers of northern Scotland. Okay, where's my haggis? Okay, where's my porridge? Okay, where's my haggis? Over there, where you left it. They were mad. And then you would have to be quite mad to go dancing bear in the northern Scotland. I've also worked with the super precise Swiss jugglers of Geneva. And lastly, but not in the least bit leastly, I have worked with the seasick, drunken Viking jugglers of southern smorgasbord. Excuse me. Thank you, you cheap Danish bastards! Thank you! Be you, minstrel! Short, fat, power complex, and a weapon. Excuse me, just a second. Here, look, haven't you got a war you should be fighting or something? I'm just doing a show, alright? Every day, ordinary show. Leave me alone. Just a couple of seconds, I'll slip you a ducat. Be you, minstrel! Oh. 2 ducats. Be you, minstrel! Yeah, I've been minstrel. That's what the question's about. I've been minstrel! My Lord Hamlet. One minstrel, my Lord Hamlet, as requested. My Lord Hamlet.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Very young man. Very pale. Looks like he's seen a ghost. Bit of a mummy's boy. Stepped out of the shadow. Minstrel. Yeah. So I'll just pick myself up, shall I? Start to examine and smile all the way from his nose to his chin. Yeah. No. Tell me. Are you engaged at the moment? Are you linked to any local lords, dukes, royal personages hereabouts? Now, what sort of question was that? If I'd been linked to any local lords, I'd have been wearing his colours, I'd have been carrying his letters, and I certainly would not have been lying here, bleeding quite so dirtily in the dust. He, Noble, knew that. No. I'm between engagements at the moment. excellent. Well, in that case, perhaps you can be of service to... You'll see. Tomorrow evening in the castle, we're holding a special celebration for the king. My uncle. And we have need of news. Who knows? The post could even become permanent. That is, of course, if you are interested. Me? Play for the king? Interested? Could be. Depends on what you're offering, really. I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's one condition. You must play. And murder of your son. You know? So take this as a guard hint. Tomorrow evening, the castle gates. The guards will be expecting you. You won't disappoint. Right, yeah, tomorrow evening. Castle gate, tomorrow evening. Castle gate. I'm gonna play for the... I've never played for it. I've never even played in. You've got to understand that this is what I can achieve for years. This is what I can use for. I mean, maybe Dad. Not that, son. I'm working. Dad, what you working at? Dad, what you working? Dad, what you... I'm making, son. I'm making chains. Wow, Dad's making chains. He's making chains. He's going boom, boom, smash, smack, smoke. Chains. He's making chains. Dad is making chains. Dad. What a chain, Dad. Chains, son. Chains are a means of physically connecting one thing with another thing across the great distance, right? What I do is I get these little bits of metal, I heat them up here in the forge, I bang them about, I twist them around here on themselves, get another little bit of metal, heat it up, bang it about, twist it around in on the other little bit of metal. I do that with lots of little bits of metal, and I get a great long chain. Okay, that's all. Got a little bit of metal, hot, and bang, another little bit of hot, and bang, twist it up, hot, and get the chain. Where do all the little bits of metal come from, Dad? Oh, well, over here, right, got all these great long bits of metal. What I do is I heat them up, I chop some little bits of metal, then I bang them about, put them around themselves. Okay, long bit of metal, hot, chop, bang, put them all together, make a great long bit of metal. Why? Oh, well, look, son. Chains are very useful, right? They're extraordinarily useful for chaining stuff up, son. Look, I've got to step outside for one of those theatrical pauses that lasts about 5 years. So, could you hang on to this for me? Oh, yeah, sure. The village where I grew up is very small. Mainly serfs farming the land for our lord, and occasionally we get dark years. We didn't mind this too much because it gave us a chance to travel. We could go out and we'd meet other serfs from other villages and we'd kill them. It's about the only chance we got to meet anyone from elsewhere. And sometimes they come on their way from nowhere and it freezes in the world. They'd sing their way onto a table. They'd sing their way into a bed, and then they'd just look in the fucking room. They were so big. I mean, they were bigger. They were larger somehow. They were stranger. And somehow more weird. I remember that girl. I never got anywhere. My mother died, leading me into the world. My father, right? He was a smith. He was this big, huge, powerful man who seemed to be constantly sweating as if the forge followed him in his heart. He fashioned bolts for doors, weapons for soldiers, and chains for purposes I was never particularly clear about. I was meant to follow him to the forge. I was smith at that in my destiny. And I tried. I did. I really tried, but people used to call me not my weapon. People used to call me angled arrow. Shabby shield. And my personal favourite, wobble spear. I think it hurt my dad. But he carried on with a kind of desperate patience. Except for the one day. Dad, you gotta come outside, Dad, you gotta come outside, there's something great happening in the square. Dad, come on, Dad. Not now, son, I'm working. How old are you now, anyway? I'm almost 12, Dad. I've got to watch those theatrical pauses. I could have sworn I was 25. Anyway, I'm working, son. We can't let the forge die now, can we? So, you be my eyes on this one. But this is great. Out in the square, right, there's this bloke. He's chucking stuff up in the air and he's catching it. And he's talking funny stuff at the same time. It's great. Everybody's there. They're all laughing and clapping. And he looks like a big, gawky chicken. Suddenly, the room sinks in silence. Big, gawky chicken. Swell up like a huge, bilious dragon, just as he seemed set to burst the roof timbers. He turned, steamed out onto the street. I followed him. He went to the market square. There, the chicken had gathered around him, a crowd of people. He was juggling 3 scythes, a bottle, and a pig. I remember that. It was great. Everybody was laughing and clapping until you, minstrel. The bottle crashed, breaking and bleeding into the dust. The scythes clattered to the ground, miraculously failing to slaughter the pig, who squealed his exit. Now, smiths aren't famous for fight. I mean, after all, like their day of fashion pot never can lose a fight. But it's always been a piece. Yeah, you did want to do something. You! You've been here before. Well, could have been, I guess, you know. Been almost everywhere, you know. Easter Festival. 12 years ago. Bloody good show. Margaret loved it. So did I, if I'm honest. But then, parts of you strayed. And parts of you stayed. Now, I'll keep what's left of what you left behind, but you will never play here again. And with that, he strode forward and picked up the chicken bodily above his head and shook him. All manner of stuff came out of him, and then he ran the whole length of the village, great lumbering strides before twisting once, twice, 3 times before releasing the chicken in a long, slow arc into the river. Splash! The village cheered. Wow, Smithy, wow, splash, great, yeah, wow. They were as confused as I was, but they knew to show when they saw one. Unfortunately, this show is not over. My father was coming back into the village, and now he didn't so much walk as gouged his way through the air, and he was coming straight at me. You picked me up by the neck, threw me back into the house. You will never pin me up against the wall. Never. I couldn't move. Never. I couldn't breathe. He was killing me. I thought. Until I felt hot, tears scalding on my neck. I heard the billows sobbing and aching. Years went past. A couple of wars came through, nothing major. We all carried on surfing and smithing. We never spoke of that day again. I carried on at the forge, or at least that is my father persevered. Every now and then, stranger. I really did. I mean, I gave it my best shot. And every now and then, I'd nearly get something right. And he would puff up so proud that if I'd ever really managed something, I think he would have exploded. However, that was never really on the cards. Sometimes, a group of pilots, someone watching. I learnt every piece. I undid every trick, and then I'd practice them out in the forest or under a bridge. By day, I was Smith's son. Wobble spear! But by night, that bridge. And then played. And they painted signs on doors. This was billows, they spluttered and wheezed. Oh. You got to promise me one thing. Huh? The forge, huh? The forge. I know about the forge, isn't it? I know about the forge. I'll look after the forge. I will. I promise. In fact, after this, you're going to be dead proud of me. You're going to be proud of me, Dad. I've invented a new type of chain. No more of this fiddly little stuff. We can turn these out by the dozen. Here, look, Dad. I have invented the single link chain. Single link chain. That's a pole, son. Look, I've been bending metal all my life, right? It matters to me. So please, son, please, don't become a blacksmith. I mean, you do what you do, son. Done. Done. Can't be undone. Done. So what we've done didn't do, did it? Son. I'm trying to say you must do what you do. You must juggle. Dad. Dad. I'll make you proud, Dad. So, I do flat. That's the same. I escaped the village. I played everything. I played England, halls, I played market squares, and it was me, right? Sang my way onto the tables and sang my way into the beds, and it was me who slept more nights than I should by the side of the road, and it was me who ate when and what I could, and who drank and gambled away more than I should to the lady of the dice box, and it was me who, after 6 years of vagabondage, still has nothing to show his bones. Except maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna play the palace, Dad. Just one small problem. You don't happen to know the story of the murder of Gonzago, do you? Good, that's right. If you say no, it makes play longer. No. I mean, it's not a problem, right? Murder of Gonzaga. I mean, what can there be to it, right? I mean, I'm a player. I can busk it. The murder of Gonzaga. There's his play. Gonzaga, quite tall, quite big, gets murdered. All right, there's probably a little bit more to it, but all I need is the story. All I need is the story. So where do you go to get a story? You go to the pub. I went to the inn-house. This place was grim reeked, dead, empty. Only the barman gave it any life, and that was not very much. have an ale, please? Ale, please. One for yourself. One for me. One for me. One. Ale. Ale was that here? Here you go, sir. Ale. Brewed locally. Drink. And one for myself. Thank you, sir. I'll be having that later. Yeah, drink, sir. Drink. Oh, you minstrel folk, sir. Yeah, minstrel folk. We love you, minstrel folk in here, sir. Yes, we do. I mean, you've always got a song for it. And you've always got a joke for it. I mean, haven't you got a joke for us, sir? Haven't you? Oh, well, yes, I suppose. Yes, you have. I knew you'd have a joke for us, sir. We love you. Oh, God, we love you. I mean, we've had the best in here, sir. We've had the very best in here, sir. We've even had our late Lord, God rest the King, long live his soul, etc. Our late Lord's minstrel in here, sir. Yes, perhaps you've heard of Yorick. Yorick. No. Sorry, can't say. Oh, come on, sir. Everybody's heard of Yorick. Alas, poor Yorick. Alas. It's really weird because there aren't many women in the profession, and I'm sure I've never heard of her. No. No, actually, I meant alas. As in, oh dear. What a pity. What a shame. He's dead, you see. Oh, I see, alas, as in, oh dear, what a pity, what a shame. He's dead. There is a vacancy! I don't suppose you've ever happened to have heard of a story called The Murder of Gonzago. Have you? Oh, yeah! In the murder of Gonzago. It's one of my favourites, right? Great story, that stonking great story. Fabulous. It's all about this bloke, right? Gonzago, who gets murdered. But he's a king, right? He's a king, and he's married to this stunner of a queen. Absolute stunner of a queen. She is named Baptista, right? And he's got evil bugger brother Lucanus, right? Lucanus has the stinking hots for the queen. He does. So he kills the king, marries the queen, and no. That's another story. And I don't know it. And I don't want to know it. And you, sir, you particularly, sir, you did not want to know that well, actually, I do want to. You don't want to know. I do want. You don't want. I do want. Oh dear! Look at the time. It's 5:13. That's closing time here in Denmark. I'm terribly sorry, sir. I have to throw you out. Good night. I hate Denmark. The sun was setting over the crenulated blood red into the clouds as they fell over the edge of the world, and behind me, black blue, black might shed its mantle. I guess it was time, but honestly, I couldn't have given a nun's keyhole. I wanted my story, and it was there. You never know. Sometimes things all good. Still. When shall we three meet again? Friday. City gates. Dusk, and don't be late, they say. Don't be late, because you're always late, and it really stuffs up the covering energy. So here I am. City gates. Dusk. So this whitey hags, I can't be doing with him any longer, you know. I'm getting out on my own. I'm going to set my own. Oh, God, here he comes now. What to do? busk, sister busk. Double. Toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Oh, come on, bubble, damn you, bubble! All hail to thee, Thane of Glamis, Fanar, Fanar, Fanar. All hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor, Fanar, Fanar. I was just wondering if you happen to know a story called The Murder of Gaul. Hail to thee, great Macbeth, who shalt be king hereafter. Toad of bat, ear of worm, desiccated gonad of fruit fly, Fanar, Fanar. Hang on. What's all the Cawdor, Glamis, Macbeth stuff? Isn't that Scotland? Of course it's Scotland. Harley Barley. What a girly. Fanar, Fanar. Yeah, all right, but... Well, this is Denmark. Oh, Denmark. Fanar, Fanar. Denmark. And I suppose you haven't got a power-craved sex pot for a wife. With a cleanliness fetish. Spot of insomnia. Oh, shitey bugger it, I'm in the wrong play. What to do? What to do? Distract the bugger. Just look, all I want to know is if you know a story called The Murder of... Gone drink of this potion. Great Mac... Yeah, great. You! Drink! Why? Will it make me see things? Is your vision impaired? Then you'll probably see things. You might be a little bit sick too, but I do like the frothing effect. Drink of the potion, and all will become clear. Horrible! I'm sorry.
Oh, horrible, horrible, most horrible.
Here, look, mate, I don't know what you've been taking, but you should stop.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold. A tale whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul. Freeze thy young blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, and each knotted and combined look to part.
Yeah, just a bit tied up at the moment, you know how it is. Unless, of course, you happen to know a story called The Murder of Goth.
Murder! Most foul, as in the best it is, but this one most foul, most strange, unnatural.
You know it? You actually know it? Would you tell it to me? Please?
I find the act. 'Tis given out that sleeping within my orchard a serpent stung me. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy king's life, now wears his crown.
Right, so while you were sleeping, a snake has slithered up to you, bitten you, and slithered off with your crown. Okay, I've got that much. Go on, go on.
Aye, that vile beast, that incestuous animal, won to his shameful lust the most seeming, virtuous queen.
What? So the snake is now rubbing bacon with the queen? Not a family show then, I take it.
Look, sleeping within my orchard upon my secure hour, my brother stole with juice of cursed Hebona in the vial, and in the porches of mine ear did pour the leprous distilment. Thus was I of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, O horrible, horrible, most Adieu. Remember me. Remember thee. Remember thee. Oh, unequaled understatement of the decade. Remember thee. What a story. I mean, that story has everything. With that story, I cannot fail. It's got murder, it's got jealousy, it's got sex, it's got love interest, it's got royals and their general lack of family values. It's got everything. With a story like that, I'm going to be a King's player. Just think about it. An indoor bed. Hot meals twice, 3 times a week. I get to wear the King's colours. I get some respect. Okay, what do you say? You, lady of the dice box, what do you say? King's player or scum? Yes. All right. But maybe this time I will be lucky. Maybe this time is my day. Maybe this time, for the first time, luck won't look the other way. All the odds are in my favor, but something's bound to begin. Ah, yes, it's gonna happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll win. Vincerò, exceptionally pleased to be able to... Ow! Oh, sorry about that. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know what I can say about this. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful award. Oh, good Lord, years of struggle. Oh, and I always thought you'd abandoned me, and I thought you'd left me behind. I didn't even know you were there sometimes, but no, there you were. You were right behind me. And I'll never, ever be able to say thank you enough for this gesture, this award, this... Yes, I will. Of course I will. Hang on. For you all.
Maybe this time, for the first time, maybe this time, I'll... Must have been the garlic. It was dawn. Dawn. Dawn of the morning, of the day, of my night. I had to prepare. My lords, ladies, gentlemen. Your Highness! There are two of them. Your Highnesses! Your Loch Nesses! No, you can't do that. Majesty. Your Majesty! Lords, ladies, the player is the King's player. The King's player. The King's player. The King's player. It's got a ring to it. The King's player. Your Majesty, Lord, the King's player. But it's a bit dry. I know. Hey, Majesty, come on down. Welcome to the palace. Don't change. Love the robe. You're cute. I can't do that. It's crap. Beginnings are very important. You see, beginnings are very important. You've got to show people that you are professional. Give me the job. So there are beginnings, right? There are beginnings, there are middles, and endings. These are trade secrets, okay? You've got to get a good beginning. I mean, you've got to get a really good beginning. And you've got to get a good ending. Now, if you get a really good beginning and you get a really good ending, you don't really need a middle. It's true. So, I worked on the beginning. I'll show you that later. Endings, right? Endings. People oversimplify endings. So amateurish things is they forget about endings. They get there and they don't know what to do. They think you get to the end, you bow. How do you bow? You have to choose your bow carefully. There are basically three different schools of bow, right? Not to mention all the schisms within the different schools, but basically three different schools of bow. And you need to choose the bow which fits your purpose. The three schools, basic schools, are the dignified professional actor bow. Let's go like this. Starts at the head, 10 degrees from the waist, and back, and head. Okay, so head, waist. If any of you want to try this, don't nut the person in front of you. Then there's the second school, which is the I deigned to perform for you bow, which goes like this. That's it. And then there's the, my favourite particular bow, which is the puppy dog bow, which goes like this. Oh my God, I'm so glad that you were there, that all of you were there. You were just sitting there, and the chairs were there, and the boxes were there, and that I was here. And between us, in this big dark space between us here, he created that sociological phenomenon, which is theatre. You and I here tonight, we've made art. We've made an unrepeatable experience. We made something which only you and I will ever share in this exact moment, this exact time. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That bow is particularly good for small audiences, because after 2 or 3 of those you see double. What I'm trying to point out is that I prepared. Right, I took that story and I made it mine. that story and I made it special. I made it art. I took that story and I milked it. No, no, actually, I didn't milk it. I creamed it. I took that story and I made it a jewel of the theatre. And then, dusk, castle gates. My hour had come. Who is it? It's a player. Player who? King's player. Oh. Yeah, all right then. Well, where are you then? Yeah, bloody kids, I can't be doing it. Hey! What? Under here! Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Oops-a-daisy. Now, come on inside. I'll show you around the castle. Right, this here is your average castle, right? Right. This here is your central dining area, right? This is where you'll have your meal after the show, right? Right. This here is your central performance area, right? Right. This here, oh, well, this here is just an empty room, right? Right. What's this here? Look, just don't try to be funny, right? Sorry, it's my job, you know. Did you hear something? Nah, it's just the wind. Do you know what I hate? I hate people. I mean, they walk all over you. They storm your ramparts. They leave all your buggered doors and windows open. Gives me terrible wind. I mean, ask me. Yeah, go on. Ask me about sick building syndrome. I mean, what do they expect, right? They cheat, they rape, they lie, they plot, they murder, they steal, and all under my very roof. Everybody talks to their plants. You know, everybody talks to their plants. But have you ever heard of anyone giving a stuff for their castle's karma? You got to work at building a constructive relationship. And have you any idea how upsetting it is to have to listen every night to a bloody king's bloody confession? My crime is rank. It stinks to heaven. It hath the prime'th eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. And pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. What if this hand were thicker than itself in brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in all the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? I mean, with the weather we get in Denmark. All I did was kill my brother, steal his crown and his queen. Where's his sense of humour? And what about the divine right of kings? I am king. I am divine. And I'm right. See what I mean? I've got to listen to that guff every night. Sickening, isn't it? But you know what really gets my moat? What really gets my drawbridge upright? They haven't given me any avenues of arbitration. I can't even make a complaint. I haven't got a voice, have I? I mean, the most I can do is go, ooh, and get drafty on them. I mean, ooh, what sort of a noise is that for a respectable castle? Ooh! Did you hear something? Nah, it was just the wind. Bastard! Now, step on in here. Prince Hamlet would like a word. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, twippingly, upon the tongue. And if you mouth it, as many of our players had leave to do, I had as lief the town choir spoke my lines. Oh, I sire, it shall be pronounced twippingly. Yes. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hands, thus. Rather, in the very tempest, nay, whirlwind of your passion you must acquire, and beget a certain temperance that may give it smoothness. For it offends me, you know, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very wags, to split the ears of the groundlings. But nonetheless, break a leg plays the thing in which to catch the conscience of the king. Aye, sire. Thank you, sire. The play's the thing in which to... It offends him to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very wags, to split the ears of the groundlings. Well, it offends me to the soul to hear a pimply, adolescent, and frankly somewhat unbalanced prick of a prince tell me how to act. What is it about the theatre that makes every bumgut think they're an expert? Of course, this particular bumgut has more than a passing say in my immediate future, and thus... Because I want this. I want all of this. I want it so much. I want the floor, I want the lights, I want the racks and the stairs, I want the chain, I want the clock, I want you guys, I want the single link chains, I invented those. I want it all, I want it all so much. I want it so much that it frightens me. Yeah, I want it so much that it frightens me so much that I don't want it. Do you want it? Doesn't even know how it ends and she doesn't want it. I mean, maybe I should have just given up years ago and done something sensible, something warm with the future. I mean, it's not as if I'm any good. I'm crap. They always laugh. They always clap, and then they kick you out the town walls the morning after. What if they do that again? I can't stay on the road forever. I want a bed. I want to eat. Well, maybe I should have become a monk. Steady work. Respect. Hell of a habit. And at least I could have written my name. Yeah, I would have written my name. Big white letters on the side of a hill. Monk! I want this, I don't want it. I want to play or not to play? Now there's a question. Is it nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against this sea of troubles and by retraining end them? But I want this. Fanfare! Enter king, queen, and court. The moment comes, unbid too soon. All right, what? Check a crowd. What do we got? The king. Funny, I thought he'd be taller, but jutting jaw, hard eyes, sort of controlled power on public display. He's not the one to pick on for the audience participation moment. And the queen, she was a stunner 20 years ago. Now, youth, hope, grief, age, all blend into a shadow of a woman. The queen is a weeper. The queen's a weeper. If I chuck a couple of furry animals in, she'll be anybody's. And then there's the court. The court, they murmur, they mutter, they ritual rustle, they fondle and fidget, they flow like honey. The court are a smut crowd. The court's a smut crowd. They'll love that bit with the queen and the snake. I think I'm in here. I think I've cracked it. There is a lifelong dream unfolding in front of me. There's a king. There's a player. A king's player. To see your dream so close you could touch them and so real that they must be false. There they were. They were waiting for me. And there I was. And I was ready for them. They threw on a band. Majesty! Lords, ladies, gentlemen, the player, here stooping to your clemency, begs your hearing patiently. The murder of Gonzago, the musical. Gonzago, he was a king, he lived in Italy, as good and strong a king as man can be. And he liked a bit of culture, so he gave his minstrels lots of dough. Had a queen, Baptista was her name, and she was really nice. This woman was a bargain at even twice the price. Together they had been for more than 30 years, that's quite a score. And happy like you won't believe a couple so could be. Gonzago, fo, fo, fo. Baptista, fee, fee, fee. They're in love. But Gonzago, being a man of wisdom and great thought, knows full well this mortal coil is but short, and so he speaks to her, man to woman, about his dreadful failure, not taking out the pension plan. Don't cry for me, sweet Baptista, if anything to me should happen, like if I snuff it. Don't you live poorly. Go out and marry and be happy. Marriage to another, don't say that. I could never do it, and you're not going to die. You're my true love, my tower of strength, a really butch guy. 'Twill be ages for our bye-bye. Well, tomorrow, we'll talk about it tomorrow. For now it's my time to nap. Leaves him in the orchard, under the apple tree, sleeping and dreaming, oh, so peacefully. But, hark, from the shadows, a villain then appears. His brother, Lucianus, just like him with big ears. Thoughts black, hands apt, drugs fit, and time agreeing. He poisons his brother without anybody seeing. Gonna wash that brother right out of my hair. Gonna wash that brother right out of my hair. Gonna pour this poison right in his ear. Gonna pour this poison right in his ear. And then I'll be king of here. No! The king had leapt up, his hands flailing in front of his pallid face. No! Hold the blade! But your majesty, this is the best bit. He goes all foamy at the mouth. It's a great effect. If you just sit down, we'll be right out. No! It was nothing like that. I do not even have big... Hold the blade. Guards, give me light. Guards! Interval. No. A whack, dead for a duck, dead. Oh, I am killed. Sorry, just passing. Why is there a train in medieval Europe? Crunch. Have you heard anything yet? Splash! What? And I ran as far and as fast as I could. I ran and just kept running and running until I couldn't run, until I couldn't run anymore. And then why, lady? No, I'm not here. It was just a show. All right. Oh, come on then. Come on, you bumgut, stinking bastards. Come on. I'll scratch you! Go on! Oh, don't just ignore me! I just insulted the king!
Yes, you did.
Your Majesty. How did you get here?
Well, let's just call that the magic of theatre. You played well, minstrel. Somewhat too well.
You mean you liked it? You mean I get the job? You mean I get to be
King's player. King's player. Yes. Yes. You, minstrel, get to be king's player for the rest of your life. It is only somewhat unfortunate for you that will not be very long.
What? What did I do? What have I done? It was just a show, all right? It might have been a crap show, but it was just a show. What have I done? What did I do?
You are a fool, minstrel. Perhaps you are an innocent fool, but you spread words. And word of this may not spread. Now, is that a dagger I see before me? Oh, good. One does grow tired of sleeping tigers. Defend yourself if you can.
What? All right. If it's what you want. I mean, you're a king, aren't you? If it's what you want. Who am I? All I ever wanted to be was one of yours. So here I am, eh? I'm yours. Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Oh, bugger, I've killed
myself. Well, at least you could stay and watch me die! Has he gone?